Talking about my body ain't gonna get you nowhere. Talking about my teeth ain't gonna get you nowhere. Try to be like me, try to walk like me ain't gonna get you nowhere. When you do have kids, your kid's gonna come out worse than me. And for the ones that be, acting like they're my friend and wanna come to Atlanta to link up with me and do all this shit, I don't like hanging around people.
Don't do anything drastic unless you want to look like this. Life is a prison. Get me the out. Like, I just woke up yesterday. I woke up yesterday. I looked at the ceiling. I said, "Ah!" I got bipolar. I'm bipolar. Yeah. Y'all never seen anybody that's bipolar before? See, I was trying to hide it, but it just slipped out. I was almost perfect, but now I have to start over. I got to start from scratch.
Ask you, like, let's talk about being a celebrity, because you a star now. You famous. Like, I thought I was famous. Cat, you real famous. Like, how does it feel to be famous and like you outside and people want to take pictures with you and all that? Like, how does that feel?
I feel very good. It made me feel so good, like to be known by everybody in Memphis and stuff, and out of town and stuff like that. So, I've been famous for 3 years, but I never been nowhere because Kenny never was taking all my money and stuff. So it was no good feeling.
I understand. But other than that part, like, it feels good to meet people and people want to, like I say, take pictures with you and, talk to you and all that stuff. I remember seeing you on live one time. I can't remember where you was. It was like I don't know if it was outside of a restaurant or something, but everybody was like, "Cat, come take a picture with me. Come take a picture with me." It was like a line of people. Like, that's got to be cool. That's a good feeling, huh?
Yes, it's a very good feeling.
Today, I want to address a matter that weighs heavily on my heart, and that is the harmful effects of ridiculing special needs content creators on social media. In an era where digital platforms have the power to amplify voices, it's disheartening to see how these voices can also be drowned out by mockery and disdain. First off, I want to acknowledge the courage that it takes for individuals with special needs to share their stories and talents online. People with disabilities create content to show and normalize their experiences. For many, social media is not just a platform, it's a lifeline, a space to express themselves and a means to connect with others. Yet, instead of support, they often face ridicule. This behavior perpetuates harmful stereotypes, further marginalizing those who already face significant challenges. When we ridicule special needs content creators, we reinforce the idea that their voices and contributions are not valued. This not only affects the individuals being targeted, but also sends a message to others in the community. It discourages potential creators from sharing their experiences and talents, limiting the diversity of voices and perspective that enrich our online spaces. Also, the impact of ridicule extends well beyond the creators themselves. It shapes societal perceptions of disability. When we laugh at or demean someone for their unique qualities, we normalize a culture of bullying and intolerance. This is particularly damaging for young people who are impressionable and oftentimes look to social media as a mirror of societal values. If they see mockery being accepted, they may internalize these attitudes, leading to a cycle of bullying that can perpetuate discrimination and stigma. The psychological effects of ridicule cannot be understated. For those with special needs, facing online mockery can lead to increased anxiety, depression, and feelings of isolation. The very platforms meant to foster community can become spaces of alienation and fear. This isn't just a matter of individual suffering, it affects the broader community as mental health challenges can hinder creativity and self expression. It is essential for all of us content creators, consumers, and platform developers to foster a culture of empathy and support. We must amplify positive voices and celebrate the creativity that emerges from diverse experiences. So instead of tearing down, let's build up. We have the ability to encourage conversations that educate and challenge harmful stereotypes, promoting an environment where everyone feels safe to share their unique perspectives. We also need to hold social media platforms accountable. They have the responsibility to create safe spaces for all users, implementing policies and that protect against harassment and ridicule. That's not merely an ethical obligation, it's a necessity for fostering a more inclusive digital world. Three popular content creators with millions of followers each and also who have visible mental and or physical challenges come to mind, and that is Shamar, Mr. Prada, and the late Kat, who passed away earlier this year. Let's start with Shamar McCall, better known as Shamar. He is a content creator who reached first name only status and is better known for sharing his life experiences as a person with disabilities. Shamar has prominent physical and mental disabilities. His social media platforms, particularly TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, showcase a mix of personal stories, educational content, and advocacy aimed at raising awareness about the challenges and triumphs faced by individuals with special needs. Through humor and honesty, he fosters a sense of community, encouraging discussions about acceptance, understanding, and support. His work aims to break down stereotypes and promote a more inclusive society. Terrion Thomas, known for his TikTok handle Mr. Prada, is a content creator with over 4 million followers who's celebrated for his humorous and relatable videos that often center around themes of fashion, lifestyle, and everyday experiences. He gained popularity for his unique style, engaging personality, and ability to connect with a wide audience through entertaining skits and commentary. Mr. Prada often uses his platform to share insight about self expression and confidence, making his content both fun and inspirational. His creative approach has helped him amass a significant following and foster a sense of community amongst his fans. Mr. Prada revealed that he suffers with a bipolar disorder and has been seeking therapy. In a drastic turn of events, Mr. Prada has been charged with second degree Erdeme and obstruction of justice in connection with unaliving a therapist, William Nicholas Abram. Not his therapist, by the way. However, it is alleged that there was an intimate relationship between the two men, and there is 4K evidence of the therapist, William Abraham, entering the apartment of Mr. Prada, but leaving covered up in tarp. Mr. Prada was captured and arrested following a brief police chase. And then there's Katrisa Johnson, affectionately known as Kat, a content creator who gained fame for her engaging and authentic videos about her life with disabilities, particularly focusing on her experiences as a person with cerebral palsy. She has gone viral for her colorful language and attitude and also her humor. Her platform raises awareness about accessibility and advocacy for inclusion. Kat shared insights about her daily life challenges and triumphs, often inspiring her audience with her resilience and determination. Her relatable content has helped her build a supportive community and foster conversations about disability awareness. This did not come without its challenges, though. Kat was extremely vocal and had no problem highlighting her personal struggles and calling out the people who took advantage of her after calling themselves family and friends. I wanted to shed light on these three challenge creators because Although they bring a comedic aspect to their content, they were ridiculed more than celebrated. They also have something else in common, and that is their same gender relationships. Now, let me make this crystal clear. I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion alluding to the fact that homosexuality is a disability in any form. However, I do find it quite interesting that these three individuals have landed themselves in such relationships despite having distinct features of being disabled. It's interesting not because of their disabilities, but because the relationships that these three individuals brought to social media are the ones in which the content creators are now being used and mistreated. Now, hold on before y'all try and come for me. I know Shamar and Kat both had a flip mouth and entered these relationships as full grown consenting adults. So I'm not trying to go there, but I will say this. When a grown person encounters another grown person who's talking to or treating them in a disrespectful manner, there's always the option to simply walk away and cut ties. There's no good excuse to be putting your hands on someone just because you don't like something that was said to or about you. Perhaps the LGBTQ population has been more accepting of them. I don't know, but it could be because of the disparate treatment they themselves have faced based solely on their actuality. When you know better, you tend to do better. It's concerning to me, though, that we have witnessed both Shamar and Kat being verbally and physically mistreated by their so called lovers. This leads me to believe that there may have been a type of predator situation going on, and these three content creators were victimized, being regarded as low hanging fruit, thinking no one would actually care. We have witnessed them being mistreated verbally, physically, and undoubtedly mentally. Shamar has gone live on multiple occasions in a homeless state, begging for financial assistance from his followers. He's also gotten into several fights with the so called friends and boyfriends who show little mercy or regard to him being physically challenged. There was one particular YouTube episode where we saw Kat's female lover go live in an attempt to go viral, I believe, all while we witnessed her kicking Kat out of her apartment that she had only recently moved Kat into, rendering Kat homeless as well. There was so much verbal cruelty, sharing of personal and private information, and mockery going on while Kat was packing up her belongings for the world to see. We don't know the full details of that relationship that Mr. Prada had with the male therapist because the case hasn't gone to trial yet. But the manner in which the therapist lost his life at the hands of Mr. Prada, it reveals that something very sinister went on in Mr. Prada's apartment, and it has the characteristics of a crime of passion. It's safe to say Mr. Prada probably won't be returning to social media anytime soon, if ever, because he himself has likely lost the life and freedom that he once knew and used to entertain all of us. May he finally get the help that he needs. So, good people, let's choose kindness over cruelty. Let's celebrate the diversity of experiences and the richness that special needs content creators bring into our lives. Together, we can shift the narrative from ridicule to respect, from mockery to meaningful engagement. By supporting one another, we can create a social media landscape that uplifts, empowers, and reflects the beauty of human diversity. Despite their challenges, these content creators were quite successful in building a platform that brings us entertainment and incidentally awareness of the fact that their abilities far outweigh their disabilities. We're not responsible for finding professional help these content creators need, but we are responsible and must hold ourselves accountable for our engagement in the form of comments and social media commentary. So keep on supporting, but please try to also keep it cute. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.